Hey guys, and welcome to a new news video for the AEW game. I have new news and information about the roster, story mode, presentation and more. But before we start, I would be happy if you like the video and leave a subscription. Let's start directly with the roster. So far, not many wrestlers are officially confirmed for the roster of AEW games. Nevertheless, there is now some information about other wrestlers where we can very likely say that they will be in the game. But let's start with the ones that are confirmed. These are from the first trailer. Kenny Omega, who was seen in a sequence with Chris Jericho. At the end you could see a tag team move of the Young Bucks, which they also confirmed. Also Shida was shown giving Kenny Omega a move. In the second gameplay video we got to see Darby Allin, and in the third and last one AEW showed us Jungle Boy was confirmed. After that there was news about the Owen Hart Cup and that it will be in the video game as a legend. In an interview with Fightful, Thunder Rosa confirmed that she has already seen her game character and is therefore confirmed for the game. In another interview Wardlow confirmed his work on the game. What exactly he did we'll get to later. At the last AEW PPV there was a fan almost where Tony Khan announced beforehand that they will record chants and audio for the game. Through several videos on Twitter and some Twitter users who were present there with whom I had contact, I can confirm that the following chants were recorded and these wrestlers will therefore be in the game. There were chants for Penta, DMD, Delete, which confirms Matt Hardy but could also be Broken Matt Hardy, Best Friends, which first confirms Chuck Taylor and Trent, MJF, Anna Jay, Johnny Hungry for John Silver, Adam Cole, Brody Lee, Freshly Squeezed for Orange Cassidy, Eddie, Nyla Rose, Keith Lee, Paul White, The Bunny, Chris Statlander, Luchasaurus, QT Marshall, Scorpio and Sting. So the roster looks much bigger now. Cody was also confirmed. But we'll have to wait and see if they really put him in the game. It's interesting that they included chants for Keith Lee, since he recently joined AEW. It's also surprising that there were no chants for Bryan or CM Punk. But I think they're both in the game for sure. You can also tell that Penta and John Silver won't be in the game without their tag team partners, so Phoenix and Alex Reynolds should also be in the game. In conversations with Sean Ross, many superstars have stated that they have done work for the game, yet there are a large number of wrestlers who have had nothing to do with the game and don't know if they will even be in it. How deep the roster will be in the end remains to be seen. AEW definitely has the opportunity to bring many legends into the game, as they have signed people like Paul White, Mark Henry, Sting, Jake Roberts, Arn Anderson, Taz and Tully Blanchard, and legends like DDP, Bret Hart and Mike Tyson have had appearances at AEW and they no longer have a legend deal with WWE. Let's look at Kenny Omega's interview from last month where he talked about the game. Kenny said the following. For me, there is a large emphasis on the wrestling aspect of the game. We want the wrestling too, and it's tough to get it down, but we want it to feel like how a match would flow. But within a video game, the matches, in general, will go a little quicker, but we want them to feel like the user is able to assume the role of their favorite AEW superstar and or whoever they create a wrestler mode, and when they mix it up in the ring in whatever match type they choose, that they're having a fun time and they feel like they are in control of their person and that the moves have impact and is fun. But if you want to be competitive about it, there is that there too. We'll never be able to compete with the production values of WWE's game. 2K22 is absolutely gorgeous. I'm excited to see all their bells and whistles when it finally releases. Omega said, for us, rather than pushing the envelope drastically or anything like that, we just want the wrestling to feel how it used to feel for the people who would play wrestling games back in the day and just have fun with fellow wrestling fans or people who want to have fun with their buddies. Maybe they don't know who Luchasaurus is or don't know who Chris Jericho is, but they'll be able to pick a character and go, this guy is fun to play as. That's the feeling that I want, as a creative designer, to bring back to video games. We have a lot of match types, game modes, there is going to be cross-platform and an online component where you can create your own lobby and things like that and have fun with friends, the ability to defend belts, plenty of ways to interact with people in different ways to build a community and interact with people and have fun. In this wrestling universe, it's not just about the wrestling itself, it's always about bringing people together as best you can, which is not the main focus, but I would like to see that happen and it's one of my focuses. I would like to see that happen, for this game to be a chance for wrestling fans and people who enjoy the game to have as many outlets as they can to bring their friends together and have fun, offline or online. In summary, AEW will definitely not focus on the graphics but on the gameplay, which as I said several times will have the style of Here Comes the Pain and No Mercy, which was faster than today's WWE 2K gameplay. which I personally think is good because the best graphics are useless if the gameplay sucks. Still, I'm glad they went away from the cartoon look and made the models look more realistic. Also, an important aspect seems to be the create a wrestler mode in online, where there will be online belts. Kenny said the game will have many match types. AEW has had some interesting matches with matches like Lights Out, Exploding Barbed Wire, Mimosa Mayhem, Deathmatch, Dog Collar, Casino Battle Royale and Casino Ladder Match that could come into the game. A release date has not yet been named, but it is expected that the game will be released between the end of 2022 and the beginning of 2023. AEW cannot and will not be able to give any exact information on this yet as they are still looking for a publisher which they are still missing. Only then will it be possible to give exact information on the release date, so they say. Warner Media's own games publisher Warner Brothers is being discussed as an alternative publisher. In a report from Sean Ross this week, there was some interesting news about the AEW story mode, which will now be in the game for sure. So it was reported that Yuke's has specially involved the team from the SmackDown vs. Raw games who made the Road to WrestleMania stories in the project to make a story mode, which means that the story mode will be based on the popular Road to WrestleMania stories. It was also confirmed that some wrestlers from the roster are actively working on the stories and bring in their ideas. As mentioned in the beginning, Wardlow had active work on the game, because he had some voice-over recordings for the story mode. How far the game and the story mode is already shows AEW music producer Mikey Ruckus, because he said there was a soft deadline for some of the music for the story mode to be finished in the week before the last AEW Revolution pay-per-view. So it remains curious when there will be something official from AEW about the game again. Kenny said they are working on the next presentation. My guess is a real trailer, because they need to show something real slowly. I think it's because they want to show people like Punk and Bryan in this trailer and they had to have the models ready first. Let's hope we get to see more of the AEW game very soon. What do you think of all the new news? Let me know in the comments below and have a nice day.